Day 82. Played a game here. I've got the rating blocked so you can't see whether I won or lost. I just decided to play this one without recording it just so I can focus. And we're going to see the results of that. So I played my usual D4, got the knight out. So same opening all the time, except this time I didn't bring the bishop back. Honestly, I was just on autopilot and I forgot to. And he took the bishop. I doubled up the pawns, which I don't like to do, but I had to since, you know, he took my bishop. I had to take back. And then we just continued to develop. He castled kingside. I castled queenside. He went for an early queenside attack, which made sense. I just moved my knight back because I saw this push coming eventually. So I just went ahead and moved the knight. Okay, and then I put my own knight on the attack just to get some of this pieces on this queen side out of the way. But this is where I usually put the knight anyway, so I just did what I normally do. He didn't take, I pushed, he went on an attack, and I saw an opportunity to win a pawn here. So the only thing protecting this pawn was the knight, so I decided to take the knight. He takes the knight back, I win the pawn. And then I actually didn't see that he could just attack my queen and maybe win a pawn. And so once he attacks the queen, I didn't know what to do here, but then I realized this bishop was hanging, so I brought the queen back, attacked the bishop. Okay? He saw the free pawn and took it. He forgot about his bishop. We won the bishop, and then he resigned. So a quick game, and we finally hit 1400. Great start to the day. Let's go ahead and play this one live. All right. Yeah, we're gonna just play our d5 per usual. Takes, we take back. This is the line we always play. This is the one I like to play most. Nothing. I got some tricks when I play the queen on a5. Um, yeah, my least favorite is when people go king d4, and then I just have to take, or not even, yeah, and then I go d5, and then they push the d4 pawn up. That's my least favorite variation of this opening. Yeah, he's going for a pin. Well, yeah, a discovered attack, sort of. So I just had to move my queen out of the way. That's smart, but now he can't castle queenside. Then we attack the rook. Maybe he just pushes a pawn here. Nope, because then we just went a pawn. And I'm just developing, but my developing move turned into an attack. And okay, so he's attacking. Huh. He's attacking the queen. We can't really check. The bishop is there. And then can't really go here. Can't take there. I'm just trying to see if there's an attack that we have. We don't have an attack, so let's just play it safe. He may go there to... No, he can't. I thought he would go there to try to attack the queen, but we would just take the bishop. But we hit 1400, so that's good. I think just focusing and not recording that last game kind of helped me out a little bit. And then now can we push this knight back? We can, but let's just develop our pieces for now. Trying to get this bishop into the game. Even here. Most likely I'll put the bishop here. Should I put the knight there? Maybe, maybe not. I feel like this knight would be happy here. I'll probably do that next. Should I trade this knight for that bishop? We'll find out. Alright, he's taking his time. Okay, I don't know what that does. But let's keep developing. Oh, okay, yeah, nah, that's protected. I'm not sure what his plan is. But we'll stay focused and yeah, just keep developing our pieces. We're not even ready to go on the attack yet. We got to get all our pieces. in their optimal position. Okay, that's a trick we can't take because there's a discovered attack on the queen. He's going for an early attack. Um, can't really go here. I wish I could. And then, I kind of knew. Not that I didn't know. I didn't know. Eh, maybe we go here, but then I mean, I don't know what his plan is. I'm just gonna castle. I don't see a good attack. All right, now that I'm castled, maybe let's bring the knight here. I feel like he's eventually gonna forget about this bishop, and we're gonna win it. But first, we have to play some distracting moves. Maybe attack this knight. I might attack this knight next. Interesting. What if I do this? Nope. Let's just trade it off. I don't want to think too much. Okay. I think I'm just gonna bring my queen here, just to get out of this discovered attack. I was trying to find a sneaky way to win that bishop, but there's I didn't see any way to do it. Maybe I had to think a little bit longer. There's probably tactics there. Nope. Okay. Gotta think. I'm not seeing the tactics. What if I go here, attacking the rook? If he takes my bishop, I take his rook. Or he takes my. I kind of wish there was somewhere the knight could like come here, but then he would just take. This is interesting. I don't know what comes out of it, but I don't think we lose any pieces. And if he takes this way, we take that way. Okay. I'm gonna take his rook. I think he made the bad decision. Oh no, my knight's just stuck. I made a bad decision. I should have thought that through. See, that was a crucial moment in the game, and I didn't think it through. But he didn't think either, so we somehow got away with playing a bad move. Okay. Now all we have to do is keep playing smart and we'll be fine. He could have just protected his bishop here. Once we took the rook, he could have just brought his bishop back here, and then our knight is trapped, and he would have won the knight. He would have won. What's it called? He would have won our knight and the bishop for one rook, and that would have been. He would have been up, but now he's down. Okay, I think no, can't do that. I'm probably gonna lose this pawn. What if I go here? He takes the knight. I take his knight. Yeah, that's fine. We're up. We can make those trades. We're up. We can make those trades. I'm willing to make that trade. There was no way to defend this pawn anyways, so I just kind of gave up on it. I guess. Wait. Is this something that'll work? Yes, this will work. Okay, how do I do it? Do I bring this rook here? Or do I bring this rook here? Does it matter? I'm just gonna bring this rook. But yeah, I think this should be okay. Now we're good, and we push this guy up, and we up a queen. A queen for a rook, and what did I lose out of that trade? I lost two rooks for a queen, so I guess that's a bad trade. But at this level, I feel like a queen is gonna be better than all these pieces combined. I don't think he doesn't know how to get these pieces to work together to beat us. And we have an entire queen. We're gonna win this game. I feel confident. I'll take a queen over a rook, two rooks any day. So I think we're gonna have a good day. Two wins in the back, easy. I know we didn't win yet, but it feels like we did. I'm gonna win this knight or I'm gonna win this rook. Because there's a check here. Checking the king lets me win the rook. If the rook comes here, yeah, that's the only way to for him to protect himself is to put the rook there. But then we go here. Then he pushes there. Then we get our knight into the game. Okay, check. And he loses the rook and he probably resigns here. Yep. At this level, winning a queen is everything. Not everything, but most people don't know how to play without their queens. So I was pretty confident, even though in terms of points we were down, well, we had a queen, so there's a psychological advantage. Quick reflection just to see how we did that game. 85.4 accuracy for us, 79.1 for the opponent. Typical D5 opening for us. I don't know why it does that randomly. And I think we did good in our opening, minus like one inaccuracy. Yeah, this was bad. I just didn't know how to punish it. All right. Their best option was to increase a bishop's score by moving to a better square. Okay. What did I do? That was fine, but the best move was to just kick the bishop. Okay. So not, I guess it's just a positional disadvantage. Nothing really. It's not a major mistake. The computer doesn't like our knight on e4. That's interesting. Their best move was to kick a bishop. Okay. Um. All right. Whatever. We take. He takes. We come back. He goes there. Yeah. I guess this wasn't that good. Your best move was to move a piece to safety. Um. G3 is a mistake. I wish it would show us why it's a mistake. That's not. I don't see how it's a mistake when we end up winning a rook and being up still. Okay. Whatever. Wait. Let's see. We take. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, he missed. He should have brought it back as we said. And then we from this point on that was bad. So his mistake was taking our knight or his miss. Right? And then our mistake was what? Going after the queen. Your best option was to move a knight to safety. Interesting. Oof. So even though this wasn't the best move, I think we were still It wasn't a blunder. We're still in the game. We still had an advantage. I mean, he's up point wise, but only a computer can kind of beat you when you have a queen against two knights and a rook. A computer or a high level play. I don't know. Up to my level at chess, I feel like a queen and a knight is better than a rook and two knights. Even though the engine or the engine says that white is better in this position, I don't think so. And then he made that blunder, and we won the game. Plus, there's the psychological effect of like losing your queen. So good first two games. Final game of the day. Let's get started. We got the white pieces. I think we played white, then black, then white. Or did we play white, black twice? I can't even remember the first two games of the day. Okay. But I guess, is it too early to say we're shaking off the rust? We haven't been back in a minute and we're doing okay. I kind of want to pin the knight, but then he pushes and he's most likely not going to castle queenside. So let's just put the bishop here. Usually I put it here, but then he might just, you know, he might just push this pawn up and kick the bishop anyways. So the bishop here is fine. He's going to go for a check. We're just going to push this pawn up and the queen will protect our knight. I learned that trick from the engine. So now we're good. If he takes the knight, we take back with the queen. And yeah. We can even take a pawn here if we want, but probably not. It'll open up the center. What if we push here? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. What if we go on our own attack? We go here, say we're going to take the rook. No, then he pushes up and our knight's still stuck here. Oh, man. I'm going to do this. I kind of regret this whole everything I did. I'm going to have to check the engine and see how I was supposed to play that because I think I played it just bad. It's not the worst, but I don't think I can castle queenside anymore. Gonna have to castle kingside and then yeah. I wonder if I should bring this knight here or here. Let's play the knight where we usually play. I am playing fast. I think I'm playing way too fast. Interesting. Interesting. Should I do this? Nope. I don't want to weaken my king, so let's just do this. Let's say we're going to take this knight. He's going to have to double up. There's a rule that says whenever there's a piece on your side of the board, kick it. If you can, kick it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kick that knight, tell him to go away. Follow the rules, and we win the game. Okay. Mr. Luddy Agran, what are you going to do? Because we plan on taking the knight. I would have pushed this pawn, but like I said, it would weaken my king side. That's why I didn't push with the pawn and instead just attack with the bishop. It said not to trade. I'm seeing a tactic here, attacking the queen and the rook. But we gotta get our knight out the way. And if I take with my knight, he's just gonna take back. What if I bring this knight here? That's too much. If I bring the knight here, is there any other square the knight can go to? No, it'll get stuck. I wish we could kick the queen somehow, but I don't think so. Yeah, I like this tactic, but it's not there. It's not there. Queen here, queen here, queen up. Where shall we put the queen? Maybe queen here. Oh, we have an attack here. And once he defends that attack, we can take control of this d file. And we're good. Ah, that's interesting. I did not see that tactic. Dang, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I thought we were winning, but not anymore. I did not see this. There's a discovered attack on the queen, and then the bishop is also attacked. We are cooked. I was going for my own attack, but instead I fell for a trap. There's no way to counterattack. No way to counterattack. Then we just have to take the L. Could I go here? Not really. Could I go here? Takes, we take back. Oh, that's really the only kind of somewhat okay move I see. We gotta just accept that that bishop is gone. We can still try to control the d file, stack up our rooks, and try to go for a checkmate. But our chances of winning just went down by like 20%. Okay, let's go ahead and go here. Bring this rook here, bring the other rook here. And yeah, unless he tries to take control of the d file, in which case we can't really afford to make a trade. If I take, he'll just take back. He'll have control of that file, and we're just it's no good. So let's just not even make that trade. Try to make this game as long and complicated as possible. That's my strategy when I'm down a piece. Try not to trade at all. And then his goal is going to be to trade. And now he has the D file, so I don't know. I don't even want to play anymore. This is so bad. Rough way to end the day. But at least we hit 1400, so we're good. Even if we lose this one, we'll still be in this range. Okay, we have to find a way to get our rooks in the game. And I think the best way to do that is to push this a pawn forward and bring this rook up here. Okay. All right. Let's bring the queen here. I don't know why. It just feels right. Okay. Makes sense. What if I take this pawn? Take the pawn. There's a tactic here. There's a tactic here. It might not be a lost cause. He can always just move, unpin himself and move here. He just has to think a little bit. Okay. There's also that. Try to get my queen over here. He's gonna go there. We're gonna push up. Yeah, there was this tactic happening. He's trying to do a sneaky checkmate. We could have pushed this pawn up too. Okay. Okay. We'll make him work for his win at the very least. And then I think once we get the queen here, I don't know. Try to win this pawn, promote this pawn. And he's gonna try to bring his queen here, and try to checkmate us that way. Ooh. Bring the rook here. Or not the rook, but the queen. Bring queen here. And say we are gonna take your rook and win the game. Just telling him he's got to play some defense. Doesn't get to play offense the whole game. And then, okay. Now I want to do this. He takes. Now we take back. And there's a threat. Yeah. This is getting interesting now. He's going to take. If I'm him, I'm taking the rook. We have to take back, obviously. And then all he has to do is push this pawn up and he's fine. I don't think that was the right move. We could try to go for this, but I don't think that's it either. And now, I don't know. Once this queen gets here, we're kind of in trouble. Queen gets there. We take. Queen gets there. We take. So it's interesting. We're still in the game. But I think we just made our past couple decisions weren't very good decisions. A sacrifice. I don't think we can ignore it. We take. He checks us. We go down here. That's checkmate. We can't take. If he goes there, that's checkmate. Oof. We go here. He checks us. I think it's the beginning of the end. What if we take? If we take, you take the rook. He checks us where? He checks us here. We have to go back. Wait, what? Does it work? We take. He checks us. We come back here. And then he checks us here. Yeah, we can't do that. Now he's gonna check us here. Our only option is to go here. Does he check us there? Checks us there. I wish I could fork, but nope, can't do that. Let's move the king to the only square we can move him to. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. But at least we tried. All right, 2 wins, 1 loss. Not bad. It would have been nice to end on a win, but sometimes you end on a loss, and that's all right. And I think this is where we had our first mistake, pushing the knight there. Apparently, this was much better. Knight to b5. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So you check, they take, you take back. Yeah. Or you could even bring the bit. You could go knight b5 and then bishop d6 and try to shake some things up that way. I don't know. Anything but this. All right, so we kind of knew that was bad. And then we made a good decision to fix it. Castle. That was a good move. You found a way to win a queen? There's no way. The queen was trapped? No. So what if we go here? Queen can't go. Wait, can't the queen go there? Show follow up. But why would he take the knight? No. Instead of taking the knight, we go after the queen. Can't the queen take this? What if the queen takes there? The queen takes here. Let's see what the computer says. You attack the queen there. And then I mean, can it go there? Go here. Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. That's too much. I would I ever see that? I don't know. So let's go back. We took his knight. He takes back, and then we got hit with a discovered attack. We lost our bishop, and that was just a good move. So we don't. What's it called? I don't think we blundered. He just found a nice tactic. So this is a good game to lose. I feel like our opponent actually deserved their win. We didn't play bad. They just played pretty good. And then we tried to go for the attack. He defended. Okay, we tried to go for the open file, take. I thought that was a bad move, but apparently that was the best move. Okay, and then this was the mistake. So the best move is to kick this queen. Let's see the best move. Kick the queen. He comes all the way back. Yeah. Okay, I mean, he's still winning the game, but at least we had a chance. But once you're down, I mean, almost every move is a bad move. And then he found a nice checkmate, and game was over. But, I think we had a good day overall. I'm tired, so I'm not as excited as I should be, but we hit 1400. That's good. And we're going to go 15, 16, 17, and finally 18. But thank you for watching. Until next time, peace.